The syntax of a do-while statement is do, and then these curly braces for everything that needs to be repeated, while some Boolean expression. If this Boolean expression is true, then we will go through this loop again. And every time we finish going through the loop, we check the expression. If it's true, do it again. Note that there is a semicolon here. This is not the same as a while loop. A while loop does not have the semicolon here. This is the while loop for the input file, no semicolon. This is a for loop, no semicolon. So this do while loop is quite different in that it has the semicolon here. Students frequently get themselves mixed up, and for instance with a while loop, put a semicolon here at the end of this line. What happens here is that makes this, let me pick this up in a different color, that makes this thing here, if I put a semicolon here, that makes this an entire loop. What happens here is we pick up a number from the keyboard. As long as it is not 0, we will do nothing. Check again, is it 0? No. Is it 0? No. Is it 0? No. We are stuck now in an infinite loop, unable to get out of it because we're not picking up another number. We're just going round and round and round this one line statement because we ended it with a semicolon. We will never get to the body of the loop, which is where we want it to go. So let's get rid of this because it is not right. Do not put a semicolon here. Similarly, not one here, and similarly, not one with our for loop. But it is in a do-while loop. If you compare these, you have to go through a do-while loop one time. We have to go through here until we can check our Boolean expression because the check is at the bottom. Even if this is false, we will go through once and then check it. So we go through a do-while loop at least once. This is not the same with a while loop. If we had picked up our number from the keyboard up here and it had been 0, we would not go in this while loop. Similarly, if there was no input in our input file, we would not go through the loop. And it's possible, usually it's a mistake, but it's possible to make a for loop that we do not go through. But with a do-while loop, we must go through once because we check the Boolean at the bottom of the loop after we've already been through it. This is Homework 6 version 3. Right now, main consists of Homework 6, exactly the code from Homework 6, where we ask for a phrase, we pick it up from the keyboard, we calculate how many vowels there are, how many A's, E's, I's, O's, and U's, and what the total is, and then we print out the answer. Let's just run it and verify that it works. Short phrase because I'm in a hurry. Today is Monday. And that's our answer. But we want to ask the user when they've done it once, do you want to do this again? And the loop that we usually use, the most convenient one, is a do-while loop. So what is it that we want to keep on doing? Well, we want to go from here where we get our phrase from our user and go down to here where we have output our total. So the top one is the start of our do, and then we need the while at the bottom. While something. And now I got to figure out the something. Well, we're going to ask our user, do you want to do this again? Enter Y or N, and if the user enters a Y, they get to do it again. So first I need a prompt. SOUT tab, and then I need to pick up that Y or N from my keyboard. String R equals my scanner dot next line. And so what will this be? This will be while R dot equals ignore case Y, because I don't really care if it is a upper or lowercase y. I don't need to run this to find out I've got a problem. NetBeans is telling me right here. And if I hover my mouse over it, it'll tell me the issue is it cannot find the symbol R. I look at this and I say, of course you can find the R, it's right there on the line above. But actually it cannot find the R. And the reason is that I have declared it within the loop and therefore cannot access it outside of the loop. And we had this issue with the scanner previously. So what I need to do is declare R outside of the loop but in main so that everything in main can access R. So I'll just copy this, get rid of the word string here, and declare it along with my scanner up here. And now when I go back to my while, it can find the R. Well, let's run it and see if this works. Enter a phrase. Today it is raining. And here is our count of vowels, our total number of vowels. Do I want to do this again? Yes. Done it again. Do I want to do this again? I can do an uppercase Y. That should be fine. Oh, any kind of garbage. And here we have our count. Do I want to do this again? I'm going to say N so that we can stop. I'm slightly annoyed I've got an uppercase O there, so I'm just going to alter that here. But hopefully we could see that we go round and round the whole thing, getting a phrase, etc., etc., as long as this user is going to say Y, either uppercase or lowercase.